Well, hey there, everyone. I'm Chicken Johnny, and you're out in the field with Chicken Johnny. I'm going to try to get in a little bit of a garden tour. We're going to hit some highlights probably, and that'll be it. It's looking mighty dark out here. I think God is fixing to water my garden, and I appreciate that because I need it, and it's hard to get water all the way out to this end of the field. So this right here is the Acorn squash patch, and we've got a lot of flowers but no acorns. Like everything else, we're probably about a month behind. This stuff did catch up because it went in. It was probably 2 months behind, and so I'm seeing flowers. I'm not seeing any acorns starting at all. I would have expected maybe to see one or two. Well, maybe right there. No, those are just flowers. I would have expected to see an acorn or two starting, but we'll let God take care of that. I'm sure we'll get some acorn squash. We've got a pretty good stand here. A little bit of yellowing going on. They're planted a little tight together, but I think they're going to be okay. So something else that's exciting, especially for Jules if you're watching, that is okra. Oh, I know what you're saying. It's the 1st of August. It's a little late to have your first okra coming up. But remember, this is the 3rd time I've planted okra here at the farm. I don't really think it's a crop that's going to work too well in our environment. We're going to have to see. It might just do fine. Over here, we've got, these are butternut squash coming in here, and plenty of flowers, no fruit yet. This one, the butternut, I'm pretty sure we're not going to get anything on. Well, look at that. There is a butternut starting to form. There's another one. So I'm excited. Come over here to the pie pumpkins, and we've got a few starting on there too. I just saw a couple. Oh, right there, there's one. I don't know if you can see those on the camera. Let me slow down on that. Right there is an acorn, or that'd be a pie pumpkin, I believe. And then we come over to this one. A lot of grass in here. There's another one. There's one right there. So this is just the beginning. Things are gonna get better after this. Look at this purslane. Oh, it's gone. That's the best thing you can do with purslane, is to make it gone. And I don't care if you call it purslane or portulaca, gone is what it should be. So look at the size of that one there. Get a little bit more purslane out of here. Well, I'll come back and get this all out of here. All right, I'll mess with that later. Here's another one. Oh, look at that. Look at that. You see that? So I didn't think these were necessarily going to make it because we were a little late getting them in, and that had to do with a lot of the weather and everything. Look at that. Well, and this one here, we've got one right there, one right over there started. There's one right over there. I I don't see any other big ones, just that one big one. Let's go back to this plant. Oh my goodness. Look at that there. Look at that there. Oh, I'm so excited. And I just can't hide it. All right. I'm not seeing anything on these. These must be the pie pumpkins then, because those are butternuts starting over there. Let's look over here. I'm seeing plenty of flowers. Ooh, you hear the thunder? Thunder in the distance. Lots of flowers in there. Look at all of those flowers. I have never planted acorns this thick. I'm afraid it's a mistake, but this year's been so goofy. I'd rather make a mistake this year than put it off until next year and then make a mistake. I've got watermelons in here. There's some weeds, but here's my watermelons, and I don't see any. There's some flowers again on there, but I'm not seeing anything. Here's more watermelons. Lots of weeds in there. I'm not seeing any fruit starting. You got flowers, but no fruit. Well, that one doesn't look too good. But they're coming in here. Look at this water hemp. No, this is red root pigweed. Oh, pigweed all over in here. I got to get in and get it out. Look at this purslane. All right, I'll weed that later. And this is muskmelon, or what's the other name for muskmelon? You put it down in the comments there. Whew. Get this stuff out of here. That velvet weed's bad. But I don't see cantaloupes. I don't see anything starting in there. Well, all right. That's what we've got. We've got more cantaloupe down there, and then we've got another cantaloupe here, and some more weeds. And then we'll take you over. I haven't shown you this too much. We've got the zucchinis. There's one growing in there that'll be ready to pick tomorrow. This is the Brussels sprouts, and we've got some flea beetle or squash beetles that are kind of taking a liking to them. We'll have to get out there and take care of that. And then we come down a little bit further, and we've got some eggplant. There's a onion that got missed. Well, there's a pepper there. Why is there a pepper there? Well, there's eggplant, and it needs a little water on it. It's got, oh, look at that, right there. Oh, never mind, I thought it was a ladybug. It's a squash beetle. All right, get this pigweed out of here. But the plants are getting healthy, especially when you consider how late they went in. We just got to keep weeding them. These things were clean. No weeds a week ago. All right. This is my second planting of zucchinis. And what's interesting, you can see a bunch of flowers down there starting to form. So we'll get zucchinis off of this hatching. Down there we maybe lost a couple. And look at that Swiss chard. And then, if you look up here, I'll get over to the other side. We have got sunflowers. They're not really following the sun today because there isn't any sun. There's a sunflower there that came up. I can take you over here. This is kale, and we cut about half of it for the market. There's a sunflower. There's another one. They're a little droopy today because the sun was not out. But look at that one, how beautiful. Another one over there. This is the big one, and it's about ready. Look at that. All right. And then we've got the field of peppers. There's pickles over there, sweet potatoes. I'll take you over by the sweet potatoes real quick. The beets here, this bed of beets has gotten, the weeds have come in like crazy. The other bed of beets, almost no weeds in there. The irony of that is, that was the weedy bed, and then we cleaned it out, and this one got neglected. But we'll get in there. We got plenty of peppers going there. Not sure what kind of peppers those are. I'd have to look it up. Those are all banana peppers there. We sold a bunch of them at the market, so I'm glad to see we've got some coming in. I'm going to have to spend a bunch of time getting in here to weed. The cabbage, it got too hot for the cabbage, but it's starting to come back again. It's gotten cooled down, and the cabbage is starting to come back. Oh, look at that cucumber. That's a beauty. That is a beautiful cucumber. Put that in my pocket, have that with dinner tonight. We got some smaller ones there. It's always the concern that we won't have enough for next week. There's another one. And it's too early in the week to save these for next week, so we'll have to do something with these. There's another plant. Well, there's the sweet potatoes. I don't know if you can see them. I'll get you a little closer over there. Oh, look at that guy. That's almost a slicer right there. Look at that. There's another one. There's kind of one that's, I'm going to leave that till tomorrow. We got a bunch of weeds along the back side of there. I don't know why, the weeds have been coming up in our cole crops real bad. But here's the sweet potatoes. And they're looking pretty good. I've got 4 rows of sweet potatoes. Beyond that is that's all the potatoes, and we'll have to see when we get to digging them. We'll probably dig them this week, and we'll see if we've even got potato 1, you know. But here's our tomatoes, and they're doing okay. We've got some bird problems, so I don't know, I might have to put up some netting. I don't like tomatoes. I don't like growing them. There's nothing better than a fresh garden tomato. I'll agree with anyone on that. But I don't like the smell of the tomato plants. I don't like there's a lot of work that goes into tomatoes. And then I'll tell you, people come up to the market and they'll say things like, oh, why are your tomatoes so expensive? I mean, I can buy them at Walmart. Well, go buy them at Walmart. Hey, listen, at the market, we had a lady come up and she bought some things, not too much, about $4 or $5 worth of stuff, and she paid for it with a 20. And she said, keep the change. I want to see you guys stick around. Now, I'm not telling you that you should give your gardener a $17 tip, although if you decide to do that, please make me your gardener. I'm not saying that a tip is necessary. We charge what we feel is fair and what we feel is right. And I really don't feel as though anybody needs to give me a tip. But I'll tell you what it did for me. It made me feel appreciated. the opposite of somebody coming up and saying, well, gee, acorn squash for $2, that should be $1.50. That makes me feel like my time isn't valuable at all. Now, I'll be honest, our farm is not big enough to really make a living, especially the way we're farming right now. I still have to work outside, and to be perfectly honest, I'm not really doing this so that I can make a full-time living. I'm doing it to learn how to make a living farming. And I'm doing it so that I can share my successes and my failures with you on YouTube. I hope you'll learn from me so that you don't have to make all of the same mistakes that I did. We'll see how this squash field does. It's pretty thick and heavy. I'm hoping that I don't get any problems with it. But listen, thank you for watching. If you're a subscriber, thank you. If you're watching the full video through, if you've gotten this far, I guess you're a fan. And I want to thank you for that. And I hope that you enjoy the videos. I hope that you pass them on to people who you think might enjoy them. Imitzer Shem, we'll see you again. I'm Chicken Johnny. Eat your vegetables. We'll see you around.